There we go. Hello. Hi, Crow. All right. All right. So on the live stream now, can you guys hear me? Awesome. Okay, no problem. I guess the question is, can you guys hear? I don't know how I can make this work, but I don't know if anyone can hear through like that. I'm also recording on Discord too, so I don't know. You can only hear me? Okay. Okay. I don't know how if I can change that, but we'll see. Okay. No problem. Let's see. All right. So it's gonna be strange because you're gonna be at least from the people who aren't on the Discord chat because they're gonna be hearing me just talking randomly. But oh well. All right. Just make some last minute setups here. Let's see. Alrighty. As I knock everything over. I guess the question is, do you know how like what inspired me to do this hair? Well, actually, the Sculptic. I actually specifically asked Sculptic to do the profile picture based on my hair. This was actually inspired from a character from Harry Potter, believe it or not. Which person? Hi, Sculptic. It's good to see you. Yeah, he's on. Well, he's on the live chat, so it's good to see him on. And let's see. Oh, for anyone who's not aware, I am also using Discord's voice chat. So if it looks like I'm talking to absolutely nobody, that's probably why. No worries, Sculptic. You don't. You embrace it. Oh, I do that all the time. Hey, Clicker. I think Sculptic wants to talk to you, by the way. I don't think he's in trouble. Thanks, Sculptic. This is my basement, so welcome to my basement. Well, yeah. This is the biggest room in the house, so everything else is really really small. So the option, yeah, the options I had were it was either a large one-story house with no basement or a really tiny house with a huge basement. So my family picked the latter. Right. All right, and just so I can show for those who were not here, it actually went. So, well, this is a figure that I had worked on last live stream. Hmm. Yep. He's actually the pest control guy from Men in Black. Mm. Well, yeah, I think he is from one, if I remember correctly. I think he's from the first film. And yes, I do agree. I do agree, Sculptic. I might actually end up using this as like a recording space. So in the future, that might be nice. All right. So, okay, so before I move on to my painting stuff, I actually brought with me just a couple things that I thought would be kind of neat to show. So I've been working on well, I have some decorations that I like to set up every year, around Halloween, for example. But I also have a costume that I do every year for the Raven Witch character herself. And I have some pieces of the costume and stuff like that with me. So couldn't do the full one tonight, obviously. But I do have this little fella right here. Take a wild guess as to what his name is. Gregory. Yep. His name's Gregory. He sits on my front porch around Halloween, so. The another one is, well, this is me just kind of messing around with this is me messing around with crimson paint. So this is the bloody knife. So yeah, this is this is just something that once again, one of the things I set out for Halloween. But this is the prop that I usually set up that ties into part 3 of the Raven Witch. If you haven't read it, there is a certain dagger that's involved. Just as a fair warning, if you do read, part 3 in particular is pretty gruesome, as in demonic rituals and human sacrifice, kind of dark. But just as a fair warning. And the last thing that I decided that I could bring that I brought down is actually the mask of the Raven Witch herself. um. So yeah, this is of course part of the actual costume that I use around Halloween. So that one's a lot of fun. And I also get to mess around with Scar Clay, which I might post a picture of at some point. Basically, where I actually recreate the slit throat effect that the Raven Witch has. So that's probably one of my favorite things to do. And let's see. Just start checking the chat real quick. Oh, what did I think of the video? I absolutely loved it. I really, really loved it. It made me so happy. So. Oh. No. No clicker, no. Oh no. Oh dear God. Oh, that's pretty funny. Yeah, that's Sculptic. All right. No, no sculpting, no. Don't throw out. Don't put Aqua into that. Oh no. That'd be too well. It'd be funny, but you know. Hi, Harley. Good to see you. All right, so. That actually would be a good. Actually, yeah, that would be a good April Fool's video to do. Just for no reason. Just post that on April Fool's Day. That would be funny. But anyways, what I'm going to be working on tonight is I'm. Yes, she's the perfect person to do this. Oh no. But okay. Just checking my audio real quick. Okay. Yes, I remember, Crow. All right, what I'm going to be working on tonight is oh, that reminds me, Sculptic. Do you know if Peridot, Lapis, or Aqua are aware that I'm live? So I think Perry wanted to see. So. Oh, no. I'll text him. Okay, you'll text him. All right. See, I think Peridot was upset that she missed the last live stream, so I tried letting her know, but I didn't get an answer. So All right. Anyway, so main point of the stream, obviously, for tonight is just going to be I'm pretty much just going to be answering questions regarding the stories or actually the video that was posted today. Along with me painting this little one right here. So this is my next character that I'm going to paint or just kind of touch up a little bit. So this is Annabelle, by the way. So just to kind of answer that, what I just kind of like to do just for funds is, I basically just grab any kind of figure that I think could have like an extra touch to them. Usually it's a horror related character. And I just kind of add in just a little bit of extra something in there. Usually it's red, a lot of red. But at least for the Annabelle one, I actually do have the actual box and everything for it, so I might actually spruce up the box a little bit too. So we'll see. And if you are curious, and if I can show it right here, because it's very liquidy, this is a liquid crimson paint that I use. It's a pain in the ass to use, just as a heads up, but it's worth it once you figure it out. Wait, are they making? Yeah. So wait, they're making withered Funko Pops for FNAF. Ooh, that actually makes me really excited. I love the wizards. No. You said, oh, okay. So you said Aqua might be available. Okay, no problem. Like seeing her one. Oh, there she is. Yep, there she is. Hi, Aqua. Yes, Aqua has arrived. Oh no, is it? Is it Broski's Aqua? Oh no. All right. Do you want to see the world's smallest? You want to see the world's thinnest paintbrush, or at least the thinnest paintbrush that I have? So yeah, this is actually the one that I used for all the very very little details on characters. All right. So apologies in advance if I get really really quiet. That's just kind of how it is for me, because especially when I'm focusing on painting something. Yes, I do know about the game Epic Mickey. I love it. It's a good game. Oh no. Oh no. Captain Clicker made a monster. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I will say the chat's actually a lot more active than it was last time, so oh no, Skelting, no. Oh my god, that's too funny. So teeny details I'm starting with, by the way. if my camera if my camera focuses, we'll see. Oh, that's great. It's like 10:02. Oh no. Isn't this supposed to be irate? Oh no. Oh no. Oh. What have you done, Clicker? What have you done? Just random cat face, why not? Oh no. Hi Harley. Oh. Oh, what's your question, Aqua? Why do I watch Ruby? Um Why do I watch Ruby? It's to be honest, I've kind of just grown to love the character so much. So that and a certain someone on the server may have gotten me into the show too. say hi to Crow/Mystic for me. Hi, Mystic. Yes. Yes, they are. Oh, dear Lord. I'm hearing so much noises on the Discord on the Discord voice channel. Oh goodness. Embrace the dark side. Well, if you've read my stories, you know that I've already done that. So. Oh, I know. Yeah, I know he's talking to Clicker, but he's just pointing out. I've thought about I've thought about revising one of my stories on the website because there's one story that I wrote that I'm still not too happy about. It was called A Rat's Favorite Meal. That's one that at least in my opinion, I didn't really like. Why not have music play in the background? Because, well, if I better be perfectly honest, this is my second live stream and I have not figured out how to do anything yet. So I'm kind of a noob. It's, There's that mess up. Yeah, I mean, there were a few hiccups here and there, but I mean, I still like how it turned out. Sorry, once again, like, yeah, if I'm ever quiet, that's just because I'm painting. I guess while I'm painting, was there any questions that you guys had related to any of my stories? I will look into finding and playing music. So I just have to probably next time. What's your question, Crow? the So for the Raven, as far as inspiration goes for the Raven Witch, that was one that, at least the concept for the character, I had bounced around in my head for actually several years. It mainly just kind of revolved around the idea of just a woman wearing some kind of a bird mask, and that idea just kind of stuck since then, and slowly but surely it evolved into the rather mysterious entity that you now see in the stories. Which one's my favorite? Um, hmm. If I want to be perfectly honest, it is actually hard for me to pick a favorite because I'm actually very fond of all of the characters that have come up. So, but I enjoy them all for very different reasons. For the Raven Witch, I have a much more of a personal connection with that character specifically. There's actually a very strong symbolism around that character in particular, and well, it's mainly because well, the Raven Witch more or less has kind of grown to represent at least my own depression that I've gone throughout my life, along with grief from losing quite a few people that I was very close to. So yeah, she's a very emotional character for me to write. Um, Whereas characters like Tia, I just think she's a blast to write just because she's batshit crazy. And no, I am not afraid to curse on here. And then let's see. Harley has a question. So what's your question, Harley? Oh, okay. So you may read more from the site. I'm perfectly okay with that, to be honest. So I would love to have you guys read, do narrations of more of my stuff. Um, of course, yeah, I understand, but that would probably be a while before that happens. I guess the question would be, would you want to do the reading of part 2 next, or would you want to do something like the human puppet next? Oh no. Oh, clicker. That would be funny. It would be funny if you guys read Dark Edge. That'd be pretty funny. I'd like that. All right. Kind of hard to show it because of the lighting, but I've made the rose like a bloody rose, so I'm excited for that. Oh, all right. Good night. Good night, Crow. All right. So yeah. So Aqua would like to read part two, or I guess someone on the channel would like to read part two. Yeah, and you guys can pick whoever you want to read, to read the next one. I don't really have a particular person in mind. Uh, Thoughts on the recent video? I honestly really enjoyed it. um, I will say the editing and the audio that you guys did for it was really nice. That just made me it just made me feel so happy that someone actually read my stories. So, but yeah. Um, I did like the music that you guys did for that video. It was a really good choice actually. I really like that. Welcome back, Clicker. No worries, Harley. I kind of just realized something while I am painting this. Let's see. Since I kind of do the voice for Tia, um, maybe still debating on it. I might do a narration of the human puppet. Maybe we'll see. That one's gonna take a while to make, but maybe. So I guess here's a question for Aqua. If you're still on there, would you want to do the next narration, or would you rather have someone like Dominator do the next one? To be honest, I'm perfectly fine with whatever you have in mind at this point. What's your question, Harley? Well, sure. I mean, if you wanna narrate part two, Aqua, by all means. Hardest challenge, how? Oh. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. I've honestly had to focus on multiple things at once. Okay, thing. Okay. Well, I mean, to be again, like I said, I'm perfectly fine with whoever you think you'd want to do for the narrations. So, and Harley, I DM'd you if you want to know or if you're curious. Let's see. Well, just for fun, would you guys want me to throw in a few T lines? Oh well, I guess we'll see. We'll just see as it how it goes from. We'll just see. We'll see where it goes from here. Apparently, there's now random food items being posted in the live chat. So, my answer is fish. Oh, good lord, so much is happening. All right, so 2 + 2 = fish. All right, so out of curiosity, do you guys want to hear me do a couple Tia lines or lines of the human puppet? Let's see. Well, I think in this particular case, what I'm gonna do is I'll have you guys ask some questions, and I could answer as best as I can in Tia's voice. Let's Oh yeah, if you guys were curious about the whole the Morse code thing, it's implied that that's one of the few ways that the Raven Witch actually can speak. Sure. What's your question? Hmm. Well, I wouldn't know. I don't really use them. Though they do try to hit me sometimes. I wonder if they don't like me. So that was Tia's answer towards cars, if you were curious. Let's see. All right. She's coming along. Yeah. she's getting there. Avenged Sevenfold. I've listened to some of their songs, not a whole lot though. Mhm. Sure, why not? Oh yeah, I mean everyone does have their own talent. It's just a matter of well figuring it out. Oh yeah. Mhm. If I was a person but have no body, what part would you even take? Oh boy. Well, hmm. Can you still talk? Well, if you can talk, then you might have a brain or a mouth or a voice. Well, I could use a voice. You never know when mine might disappear. So there you go. That was her little response there. Anywhere and nowhere. Aqua, dear God. Oh, really? Well, where do you think she might be? I would like to meet her. Yeah, it's messed up. Oh dear God. Hmm. How is Tia? Oh, I'm all right. Hmm. I might need a few more parts soon, though. just, just Aqua. Oh God. Oh no. I guess before Tia answers that, the question I would have at that point would be: is she currently in space? Alright. I'm gonna give it about 5 more minutes before I go ahead and call it a day. Just as a heads up. When you're in the air, do you feel like you're flying? Well, I don't quite know, actually. I can't feel anything, to be honest. I think I flew once, but that was when I died. Why, thank you. People, yeah, people are kind of like caught in between Tia's voice being cute and kind of terrifying. So, which is my goal. I shall type it. There you go. If you're curious, by the way, Tia is about 34 years old. Yep. Why is that? Why are you scared? Well, now that makes me worry that you're not going to give a comment then. Okay. See you, Nick. Oh, you're staying? Okay. Let's see. All right, got about 2 minutes left. Any last minute questions then? Any last minute questions, Aqua? Any love for Honey? Yes. Oh, the new character on Brosuke's channel, Honey. I absolutely love her. She's adorable. Alrighty. And I'm at an hour in. It is getting late because I have work tomorrow morning. But I will post the end result of the characters the character that I painted. So as of right now, this is what she looks like. All right. Oh, nice Sculptic. Yeah, I'm sorry, Aqua. Yeah, I do have a morning shift tomorrow, followed by, well, lots of volunteer work, so. Yep. Maybe I can work on the human puppet in between that. But alrighty. So I'm pretty much done here. Yeah. All right. So I shall let you guys know when I decide to do another live stream. I don't know if I'll do painting again or not. I'll let you know if I do. I think the next time I do a stream will be when I have the human puppet finally published on my website. So I'm excited for that. So with that being said, it was really great to see you all on here, and I hope to see you guys again sometime. So, night everybody.